They do have some guides on it. It wouldn't be the worst thing for you to look up. I know you want to.
Oh,
keep,
really?
Like,
Yeah, I probably
aesthetics.
should. I probably should. Yeah,
But
because I wasted a lot of time on it.
Until you like get used to like knowing like the bearing and stuff, it is.
Yeah.
It can be quite annoying.
Because like, there's one thing that happens. So you put a bunch of shit down, right, and then it's like they have color tones to indicate how much load is on that thing or how much more it can take. So it's like green, kind of less green, kind of yellow, kind of red.
Red
and then
is
super
dead.
red.
Yeah.
Red is like, if you touch me, you're fucking up. But every time I put a fucking pole, like it's supposed to take a load, like one of those beams, right, connected to something else, everything's green. And you're like, great, cool. You double check it, it's all green, good. And then you come back and it's fucking red at the top. And you're like, why? What did I do?
How did this happen? I don't understand. Bullshit. Yeah, it's yeah.
So that's been a journey. But yeah, I should probably look up some fucking guides because it's not easy to figure out yourself.
No,
especially since I mean the only other game I've played like this is Grounded. And that system is very intuitive.
Yeah, I think the only other game that, like most crafting games, there's like, it will just like be, you can all do kinds of crazy shit. Like Conan is like this weird perfect example. Like you can have this incredibly insane base and you can start putting shit into the walls as long as there's a foundation below it. You could build kind of the dumbest fucking shit ever. And I used to build these wall bases in Conan and like people would be like, what the fuck is this thing? And I'm like, it's my base. And they're like, how do you get in? I'm like this. And they're like, no. And it would make people angry. But nobody would want to raid me, so it was great.
That was great.
Yeah, I feel like, and even Ark's system is fucking trash. But anyway, so Valheim.
Yeah. So I also played some Halo Infinite.
Ooh, okay. So you played
which is the game I told you to play, but I decided to play it myself. So I started playing with a streamer friend of mine. And she was just playing like solo multiplayer, and I was like, "Oh, I'll hop in if you want." Like, I'm not super into it, but it could be more fun with other people because I mostly play by myself, as is not very fun by yourself. No. And then we played for like 4 hours, and I was like, "Shit, that was kind of fun." Every mode sucks except Slayer, although I'm kind of good at Oddball for some reason. Okay. And it was fun. I had a lot of fun. And then when that was over, I was like, let's try the campaign.
Oh, okay. And so you went full ham.
The campaign seems like, I don't know. I've only played like 2 hours of it, maybe 3.
Uh-huh.
And the grapple is revolutionary for the Halo series. It feels so fucking good to grapple around and grapple enemies, zip into their faces, and bash them to death. That feels great. It feels kind of Doom-esque, actually, speaking of.
Yeah.
And I'm playing on whatever the second highest difficulty is, heroic, and it feels great. It feels really good. There's some bullshit parts, but yeah. So where it breaks down a little bit is it's a open world game now where they've got fucking Far Cry areas to capture and shit, you know?
Oh no.
There's like, you're building the UNSC up, Chief. Good job. And also I'm fake Cortana. It's a fucking mess. The story in that game is a fucking disaster.
Well, this
as someone who hasn't played since 3.
Okay, so
as someone who hasn't played since 3, this story is a fucking wreck. I suspect it's retconning some of what happened before because there's a lot of like, well, I thought this happened from one NPC, and then the other one's like, nope, it didn't. And you're like, what? why does one character think something else and the other ones don't? Like, it's very weird.
Huh. Maybe it's an alternate timeline. Who knows? That would be stupid.
Could be.
Because the name Infinite? Come on. Bioshock Infinite?
Oh, shit. Ken Levine's working on Halo the whole time.
I cracked the code.
How amazing would that be? Ken Levine
That'd be
just
insane.
like pops out. He's like, hey, hope you enjoyed that Halo. I did that. And you're like,
That's
whoa.
my fault. Yeah. Zach gave me the rundown. I'm like, he's like, have you played a Halo? And I'm like, I played multiplayer Halo 1. And that's it.
You've never played any Halo campaigns? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I've dabbed in them, and I know the basic story, and so Zach gave me like a good rundown.
So you never had the experience of fighting the Flood for the first time in Halo 1? Oh my god. It's amazing. It was Dead Space levels of amazing, and unexpected too, because the game isn't like that. It was so cool when it first happened.
If I enjoy this, maybe I'll go back and I will play the first 4 because I have the Master Chief Collection.
I'll co-op them with you. I don't even care if we don't make good content together. Let's do it.
Be like, all right, that sounds good to me.
I mean,
the only thing that
I'm not committing to all 4 games, but
that's fair. The only thing that makes me nervous about this one, and you're kind of right with the open worldness. It reminds me of Fallout 4, having to go to the different things and then Preston yelling at you, hey, a settlement needs your help.
Oh, it's 100% like that.
Oh, fuck.
Except you have a fake Cortana in your head. That's like, hey, you're doing a good job out there. That's really good. See those guys over there? Go get them. You're the best at getting them. Go get them. It's weirdly affirmational, the voice in your head in this game. Like Cortana was like kind of businessy, right? But this one's like quirky and like you were like every time you do something, they're like, you did that really fast. You're like good. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's like you have a teenage girl in your fucking head that's over-insuring. Yeah, it's crazy.
You're like the best. Oh my god.
It's like your mother with a like Valley Girl voice. It's like, what the fuck is happening?
I'm so proud of you, son. Oh my god.
You are the best sunshine rainbow that's ever existed, and no one can take that from you.
Nobody's gonna take these fucking rainbows from you, bitch.
Like motivational videos by Kim Kardashian. That's what's in your head.
Oh my god, yes. Abso-fucking-lutely.
So that's weird. I don't know that I'm gonna beat it, but seriously, grappling into a little grunt. By the way, the grunts, which are the little screamy alien boys, are the funniest they've ever been. It's great.
Okay.
I saw a video on Twitter today of one that lit up 2 grenades, like he primed them, and then he tossed his hands up in the air. He's like, "Oh my god, I did not mean to activate these." It was great, and he just starts running at you.
Oh, poor bastard.
Yeah, it will make you feel bad for them, but it's kind of fun. Like if one of them kills you, they'll just stand over your body shooting it like, "Oh my god, he's dead and I'm not. This is amazing."
Okay.
It's pretty good.
That'll make it worth it, honestly. I won't feel so bad when I die.
Yeah. Yeah, so those are the games.
Nice.
That's it. Halo and Valheim.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. I'm proud of you. Okay, anyway. Are you ready for the news?
I'm so effing ready.
So,
I can't even tell you how ready I am.
Oh, great. Perfect. Awesome. So I'm going to we don't have we're on a time crunch because Portz has to run away because he doesn't love us as much. But
yep, hate you.
We're
yep.
I
have to get to my other podcast. Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna get to his other obligation, his other mistress, aka 7,000 hours of Dota.
Called out. It's dirty.
I'm sorry. I'm calling you out like a dirty, dirty, angry person. But so I couldn't think of anything. I'm sorry. I'm fucking stupid.
Damn. Have you been taking improv classes?
Yeah, I'm getting
you
so good
dirty,
at them.
dirty person.
I should have said hobo. That would have made sense. Anyway, so I know that was mean. That was a low blow. Epic. Gross. I mean, I guess that's appropriate for Epic. Epic finally made a major update to their store that doesn't suck.
What?
You could buy more than one item at the same time.
Oh, I didn't know that wasn't possible before. Is that for real?
Yes.
Wow.
This has been an issue for a long time on the Epic Game Store. You could only buy one game at a time. It's really fucking stupid. Same with their like free games thing. Like you can only redeem one at a time, and it just took forever, and it was annoying. But they redid their whole system after people complained for years, I would say, at this point, that you couldn't buy multiple games. But good job. You're finally catching up to Valve. I'm proud of you.
Wait, is that the update they made?
Yeah.
Oh. I was expecting a list.
No.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay.
That was the whole news for Epic.
I literally started downloading it. I was like, yo, if they're adding in shit, that was great. But no.
No.
Okay.
No, there's still no review system. There's still no, like, can't see what... I think you can see what your friends are playing, but it never really worked well. I don't know. I fucking hate their store. And, like, trying to connect to, like, other servers and stuff. So, at work, not to rant about it, work, but if people have Arc and they're trying to connect to Arc through Steam, it makes sense. You add it to the Steam server list, but there's no way to do that in Epic. And the way to connect is you don't enter in an IP, you enter in the Arc session where you have to go way deep into your like server config folders, and then you have to search for it in a specific games.ini. Or is it a game user INI? I can't remember. It's one of the specific files for the thing. And then you enter that, not the IP and the port, which is how most people connect to a server for like any kind of game. But for whatever reason, Epic does it the most asinine backwards way. And it's stupid. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Anyway, I just threw this on here because I found it and I thought it was kind of funny because I think it's going to make you angry.
Oh.
So, Henry Cavill, however you say his name, Hottie McHottie, The Witcher, he recently...
the internet's most favorite famous gamer.
Yeah, internet most famous hot gamer boy. He recently did like a huge interview, and he was talking to these normies, as much as I hate to use that word, because they kept calling Warhammer World of Warcraft. And he's like, no, it's miniatures, and it's all tabletop, and he was talking about that. But during that thing,
How could you expect regular people to know that?
Well, he was trying to explain it. He kept calling it Warhammer, and they kept calling it something else, and he had to keep like, no, it's this. Anyway, so he's expressed interest in playing Commander Shepard.
Playing Commander Shepard?
Yeah, possibly doing a Mass Effect
show. Maybe, sure, but he's too handsome for the type of Shepard I like to play.
You think so?
I pick an ugly bald motherfucker to play my Shepard, but
why?
I mean it's fair. We could do that. Why? Because he's renegade, and ugly people are bad.
Wow. Okay.
No, because it just looks more rugged and, beat up.
Sure. I mean, we were fighting over Baldwin on the Game Awards.
I do like Baldwin, yeah.
You do like Baldwin. That's funny. That's hilarious. Okay, so you're okay with it?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I don't know. Yeah, he's a great actor.
Okay, it'd be interesting to see.
I don't give a fuck that he's a nerd or he's played the games. I literally do not think that lends to the acting at all. I don't think Denzel Washington needs to be a drug dealer to be a good drug dealing actor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think it's just an excuse for him to play more video games. He's like, I gotta do research, guys.
I mean, 100% it is.
I gotta do research.
I respect that game for sure.
It's like, I'm doing research right now. Research. Anyway. So. I never thought I would talk about Peter Molynexus. I don't know how, I just see his stupid face as Fableman.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, Peter Molyneux. Yep.
Molyneux. Is that how you say it? Molyneux? Molyneux?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have known that either unless I heard other people say it. So I'm not I'm not shocked that you got that.
I'm going to totally butcher his last name every time.
Okay,
so Peter Molyneux is probably Todd Howard before Todd Howard became mainstream,
yes,
I feel.
100%, yes.
110%. And he just he didn't do it as well as Todd Howard. Todd Howard obviously stole his content and then made it 10 times better. But he announced a new game. And
what?
It's probably the most craziest fucked up shit I read today. So, instead of making another Fable game, he's claiming it to be the best and craziest video game we've ever played.
Well, didn't he, he's not at Lionhead anymore, right? I'm pretty sure.
I don't think he's at Lionhead, no.
Yeah, so he has no access to his Fable franchise. Yeah. That's why he's doing weird shit.
Fair. Well, this one really takes the cake. His next game is going to be a blockchain business simulation game.
Okay.
It gets
I literally can't conceptualize what that is, but okay.
I'm going to explain it to you. So he announced his game. It's called Legacy, and you will pay to earn blockchain power business, and it includes NFTs as well.
Blockchain power business?
Yeah. Give me a second. Okay. So you have to purchase an NFT land token. And then you build your blockchain business on it. It's basically you're literally buying real estate, but in a video game and calling it an NFT. Soon when we purchase a house, us millennials will be calling it an NFT if we can ever buy a house. But that's another thing, and I digress.
Sure. Well, because of all the other NFTs, we will.
Yeah.
We'll just trade a picture of Taylor Swift's pussy for a house.
It's got to be drawn, and it's got to be drawn in paint. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, this is an actual quote from him. If you buy an NFT and become a landowner, you could create your own digital business and products for thousands of available parts in order to build and expand their business empire. Alternatively, you can become an in-game business partner, borrow items from somebody else who is also a landowner, although you can share your cut of the earnings with them. It's basically where you're actually doing business without an actual business.
People actually want this. You know,
I know.
That's the crazy part.
That's the crazy part. But
I wrote a tweet from someone I won't name, Ashley, that was something like, hey, honey, I have a raid tonight, will become, hey, honey, I got to work tonight. And I was like, is that really the direction we want to go?
No.
Like your job is playing video games other than content creation.
Yeah.
You really want it to be that your job is playing fucking video games? Like,
it's like gambling with extra steps, I feel. But basically throughout your actions, you can earn a new cryptocurrency called Legacy Coin, which it builds off of existing Ethereum blockchain. I don't know how any of this works. So you're basically building a business inside a video game, making digital.
We should interview someone that knows about this.
I genuinely would
love
to interview somebody.
To be honest with you, yeah.
If anybody actually is into NFTs and like this stuff, please.
If you read this thing from Peter Molyneux and you thought, cool, good idea, I understand all of it, you're welcome on the podcast.
Yeah, please come talk to us. I would genuinely love to pick your brain. It's just basically you're just doing a business transaction without a business transaction. Like you're just
without the products involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It boggles my brain. It's almost as bad as the metaverse right now to me. It's almost as bad as the metaverse.
Like the Axie Infinity shit.
Uh-huh.
I talked to you about this before. Some guy I followed from Dota like went over to lead the esports world of that game.
Yeah.
But they're all blockchain NFTs and shit. And their whole thing is like, this can, create wealth for you. It's a job. It's like, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, doesn't that just, because the way you do it is like by selling the shit that you work for in the game.
Yeah.
Isn't that just pay to win? I mean, with extra steps, what the fuck are we doing?
Honestly, it does feel like pay to win. And then you have a possible chance to like earn it back. But if you don't, like, I couldn't imagine if you like put all this time, money, and effort, and then you actually don't make anything. That's the thing, is like, it's a new cryptocurrency.
A bunch of people have to not make anything, by the way. I mean, it's just the reality. Yeah. That's baked into it. It's kind of like life. I get it, but also, I don't know.
It just seems a lot more dangerous.
The bullshit that's already going on.
Yeah, it just seems a lot more dangerous to me. But I don't play
dangerous
video
and
games.
Like uninteresting to me. I fucking don't fucking give a shit about that.
I mean, but I don't. Go ahead.
If you still want to be interviewed by us after I was saying all that shit, more than welcome.
Yes, please.
We don't have a bias either way. We're really open people.
Yeah, we're really super open about this. I usually am.
I am, because obviously a bunch of people are flocking to it. So even if I don't see my own personal interest in it, I am curious from an objective standpoint, like what they want out of it, and if they really understand either the risks or like the possible non-longevity of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Or the fact that you just get screwed over. Like, so much of what happens in crypto right now has to do with big people making big moves that literally everyone else just follows. You just follow the big guy.
And then people get
the only way that big guy makes money is because you all follow them.
Yeah.
It's the only way. So it's like people are just getting fucked. Like, if you're not like on the ball every day, you're going to get left behind by that whale.
Yeah. No. 100%. 110%. It just seems so... It seems so scummy. It genuinely does. I don't know. It's like gambling with extra steps.
Yes. Yeah.
Extra steps. So, speaking of things that couldn't get any worse, I have to talk about Activision. I was trying to avoid Activision as much as possible, but this story circulated so fucking much that even Asmongold started talking about it and how it made him feel gross, creeped out, and he needed to go hide.
Well, Asmongold's talked about basically every step of the drama because it's literally his life. But yeah.
Yeah, it is literally his life. But to get under Asmongold's skin takes a whole nother level of fucking creep. So what happened was there was like another.
What does that mean? Is he an inherently creepy dude?
No, I think he has really. I just think he genuinely, because he's a streamer and like his chat is kind of toxic. I think he has really thick skin and like he could see a lot of like fucked up shit without going, I see. That's weird, sort of deal. But so what happened was there was another case being brought forward. Another woman was telling her story in an interview, and then this whole allegation of breast milk being stolen from the company fridge. Now, she was the only lady that had been pregnant at that time. She would go pump, and then she would go take her bag, and with the breast milk, it was clearly labeled. The bag, she put like breast milk, breast milk, her name, blah, blah, blah. It even had the baby's fucking face on the bag. And so she was the only one there. So there's no confusion on whose it was. But the fact is that she would go to the fridge when she was leaving, and it'd be gone. It'd be gone. They have this nursing room that she was able to go pump in and stuff, but there's no place for her to store the milk, so she would have to go and put it in the community's refrigerator because she had no choice, and then somebody stole it.
God
or
damn.
they threw it out, but she never could find it. She looked through all the trash and stuff like that, and yeah, it's a huge fucking fiasco.
That is either a spiteful person,
yeah,
or a very creepy motherfucker.
Right? So either way, it's it's super fucked. And this poor woman, you only have so much in there at a time, and to go
what?
home.
No, I'm pretty sure it's limitless supply.
But yeah, so that was a big fiasco and super creepy and super fucking weird. But on top of that whole thing, and we've had the several days of the walkouts after, the massive layoffs. Well, it wasn't massive, but 12 to possibly more people. They haven't disclosed how many people were laid off from the Call of Duty branch, right? So there's been talks during these walkouts of forming a union finally. And then that's where, I'm going to butcher his name probably, Brian Bulatao, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I never talked about this guy. And there was a lot of news articles that came up when he was originally hired for Activision. This guy, and the reason why I never talked about it is because it is political. He was a part of Trump's administration. And this guy was given the nickname the Bully while under the Trump administration. So that should say something about this person and this character, if you can digress. I don't want to get politics and stuff like that. I avoided talking about this guy altogether. And this isn't the only other person that they've hired who, Ann Townsend, or no, Fran Townsend? Yeah. She's also formal in politics. Activision is hiring people who have defended politicians in some way. Mm-hmm. And this is the second guy. They hired him back in March. But anyway, so this guy, he sent out a really shitty, threatening union, anti-union email.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, of course. So, but anyway, there's definitely a reason why Activision hired this person specifically. And instead of responding to, their workers' concerns, they've opted to blast this, straight talking points from, union busting script that's out there already. And one of the lines that most people are focusing on is this one. As you discuss your future, we can only ask that you take time to consider the consequences of your signature in binding legal documentation presented to you by the CWA, which is the Communication Workers of America. It's one of the unions and one of the best ones from what I've heard. Once you sign this document, you will have been signed over to the WA the exclusive rights to represent you for the purpose of the collective bargaining concerns and all terms and conditions of your employment. And obviously, shit like that. He also stated that the workplace culture inspires, or aspirations are better achieved through dialogue between management and employees.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's true.
How well has that
the guy's
been working?
Downing a glass of milk, and the lady's like, wait a minute. Is that? Oh God, I'm gonna be sick.
He's got the baby picture.
I'm gonna start a union. Jesus Christ. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of threatening. It's not. in your face, obviously, but it is very still subtle.
Had a bad experience with unions when I was in one.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would have necessarily been better if I didn't have one. So
yeah,
I'm kind of neutral on the idea. I know they can work out, but I don't know. It seems like the company holds too much power, even in that case. I don't know.
I've seen it work well in some cases. I've seen it work.
I just don't know how to guarantee the success of a union. It seems like a crapshoot either way. And it's like that's the same of employers. Like either you have a good one or a bad one.
Yeah, honestly.
It's like, I don't know. If you have a bad union, get a different job. A bad job, get a different job.
Yeah. So
I mean, maybe try. Fucking whatever. People can do what they want. I just don't know that it's like a more guaranteed success rate.
Yeah, but it's probably better than what's been happening behind the
For
scenes.
sure at Activision, I think that can be said with some confidence. Yes.
I think that can be said with some confidence. I don't think it's gonna get worse if a union shows up.
I don't see how it could.
I think they might actually get that pay
almost
raise
love to
finally.
see it, but not really because it's people's lives. But
yeah. Oh, God.
I don't know what the worst looks like.
Oh God, honestly, it can't get worse than this.
I'd love to see it get worse in a video game.
Thank you. So people clearly got mad when this email went around. They blasted it all over Twitter, and it was just a big thing. And after that, email immediately went out. The chief people officer, which
what?
Yeah, that's his title.
Is that a real title?
Yeah, chief people officer. He released an email offering training sessions on how to answer union-related questions for employees, which also didn't go well within the community of Activision Blizzard and King. And
here's how corporate wants you to respond to people talking about unions. Well, come on in. Let's start a union. Is that on there?
No.
Oh.
Sorry. But yeah, it's really bad. Like the email is all over the place. Honestly, while reading the original email sent out about think of your consequences, all I can hear about that is that stupid fucking Vine with the kid screaming consequences for your actions, and it's just the worst thing. Think of the consequences of your actions. That's all I can hear. Yeah. Anyway, Activision sucks. You ready to talk about the Game Awards?
Oh, yeah. The Game Awards happened. We watched them live on Twitch.tv. TheRealPortz / EvilSpaceBunny. We watched them. What do you think?
Did. It felt rushed. I don't know.
It was 4 hours long.
Okay, it was 4 hours long, which I didn't realize it was going to be 4 hours long. But also at the same time, it felt very weird and kind of like rushed. There was like less gimmicks. There was the rush at the end with
I agree. I think old Jeffy boy maybe bit off more they could chew this year.
You think so? And they had to like wrap it up.
There was so much goddamn filler in the beginning. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, it was weird. And then they were giving off awards.
It's not filler like, ooh, this is going on a little too long. It's like too much cut to this, cut to this, cut to this. This person won. This was they won. No acceptance speech. Just move on. Like, what the fuck? And then the interviews they had were like 2 sentences. Like,
yeah.
For 4 hours? I mean, I know I got drunk, but
oh yeah, I'm
having a hard time remembering a lot of that show because it just felt like mindless. Just a trailer for a game that's already out. Like, I mean, cool if Chivalry 2 to get in there and advertise their free weekend, but did that really need to happen?
Yeah.
Is that long an awards show?
Xbox giving away a bunch of game codes and
yeah, the game codes shit. What the fuck?
Where was Todd Howard? I wanted Todd
Howard. And also,
Howard.
that bitch had the nerve to say that Telltale is better than ever. Bullshit. I know it was in a script, so it's not her fault, but still, don't do that, Game Awards.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Who do you think was the biggest? What was the biggest shock of the wins that you remember?
It was David Cage's Star Wars, obviously. Right? Quantic Dream, fucking Star Wars Eclipse. Absolutely. Star Wars Eclipse. That was the biggest surprise for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing worth talking about in my mind, other than It Takes Two won.
It Takes Two winning. I'm really happy for them, obviously. It's a good thing that they won compared to everybody else. Like, they destroyed in almost every category.
Kind of a terrible year for games, I'm not going to lie.
I'm not going to lie either, because, like, that's one of the things that I wrote here. Is, like, I'm really happy that Takes Two won, but fuck you to everyone else. It kind of sucked.
Yeah.
And then, I also... There were so many space games too. It was space horny.
Yeah, space horny for sure.
Space horny for fucking sure.
There was the year of Luigi. Remember that? There was the year of the bow.
Oh yeah.
This is space horny year.
This is space horny year.
2022 will be space horny year.
Yeah, like Arc Raiders, the Star Wars movies, the Expanse,
Homeworld
the Telltale
3.
games, Homeworld 3, fucking space horny Sonic, probably Dune. Yeah, there was a lot of fucking shit. The other trailer that really surprised me was the Star Trek Resurgence and also Alan Wake.
Oh, Alan Wake was a huge surprise. One that I'm not sure I'm 100% interested in.
Yeah, I mean, it's a remake, right? It's going to be the remake.
What?
Isn't it?
No, it said Alan Wake 2.
Oh, yeah, Alan Wake 2, but isn't it...
It's not a remake. This is a totally different game. This is a sequel, proper, through and through.
Okay.
Which I don't know how you do that. But good luck.
I don't know either.
I do love Alan Wake now. I used to hate it.
Yeah.
And then I played it. And it was a good game.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Part of what makes that game so special, and you can say this about so many things, but it's true in a lot of cases, where part of what makes it special is what made it unique. And if you repeat what makes it unique, you degrade what makes it unique. You know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, you can get away with that in some extent, but in this case, it feels like you loved an independent film, and now they're sequelizing it. It's like,
or they're Americanizing it.
And you're like, wait, what? Like, why? Yeah, Americanizing is a good example too. Because, the UK made a great show, and then we take it. It goes for 8 more seasons than the other one did, but still.
It tracks on a lot longer than it needs to, et cetera, et cetera.
So, I mean, look, I will play it. I'll probably like it, but it might degrade the original experience. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. There's also that other game that kind of looks like Horizon Zero Dawn we both mentioned, the Forspoken game. And somebody was talking about it to me in my chat. It's by the people who did Final Fantasy 15, and it's being produced specifically by Square Enix, which is why it looks kind of the way it does, I think.
I don't know about that.
But, yeah, I don't know. I didn't play Void Band
Especially
Final
since
Fantasy.
I don't love Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, yeah, you don't. You need to give that another try, I think.
I don't know if I will. I don't know.
Okay.
At this point, I'm like looking at like Spider-Man I need to play. There's a lot.
That's fair.
So maybe like 5 years from now I'll play it or something. Which is when I'll love it. I'll be like, do you guys know about this? And everyone's going to be like, Jesus Christ, it's like 10 years old, dude.
Did you know about this? You're like late to the fandom. You're like showing up with your little binder of theories, and there's only one person still there. You're like, I'm so.
How come there's not a Horizon Zero Dawn convention? You know what I mean? Jesus.
Honestly, I think Sony
don't even like the game.
Sony would try. I think Sony would try for Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah. So here's one interesting thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Microsoft owns every studio that exists now.
Yeah, kind of.
And they did not put out enough stuff to warrant that. So maybe they're saving it for something else.
Anything,
but
really.
There's not much.
They announced, Starfield, which is confirmed, but they didn't announce any new projects, which, I guess is okay because, like...
Well, they have their own shit, right?
They have so much shit going on.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's what it is. I think they have so much shit going on, they don't want to deliver.
If enough people are just subscribed to Game Pass, like, who gives a fuck? They're playing with Monopoly money over there.
Are they turning into the next fucking Valve? I would hope not. I would not. No, I don't want to see Bethesda die.
It's possible. They did just put out Halo Infinite, so I guess
that's true. I guess that's definitely true. Also, we made fun of Sting the entire time. That was great.
Yeah, that was funny. And Imagine Dragons. That was a good clip. Thanks, Gabe.
Anyway. Thanks, guys, for listening. What did you guys think of the Game Awards? What did you guys think of our drunk behavior?
Yeah. Go back and watch the VOD. They're up there.
Yeah, I'm going to try to edit some stuff. We'll see how far I get. I'm also embarrassed of how drunk I was and horny on Maine. And also, I'm not as gay as I think I am sometimes.
No, you have to be more gay because you're just going to prove that bi's don't exist.
Shit! Christina Hendricks.
Okay, there you go.
I'm back, baby. Boobs.
You know what's not back?
What?
Ignore the backlog.
Oh, shit.
Thanks for listening.
Wait, did we say the thing?
I don't know. Go to follow whatever Bunny's about to say.
Follow us on Twitch and Twitter at EvilSpaceBunny and the RealPortz and ignore backlog.
That's my line.
Fuck.
You're reading the wrong lines.
I'm sorry. I'm reading the wrong lines. You want to do it?
The RealPortz on Twitter and Twitch, and then also EvilSpaceBunny on both of those as well. And
Good job.
Ignore backlog.
Good job.
Twitter for the.
Good fucking.
It's got good animations on it. Bunny's been working hard on like little cool skits.
Yeah.
Taken for like audio from the podcast, and that's been fun. So, if for nothing else, just go to that Twitter account. You don't even have to follow yet because you haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
Go watch those 2 animations. If you still don't want to follow,
I'll cry.
That I will eat
an onion. What's in
my room?
Your statue from
a week-old COVID mask.
Oh God. It's gonna smell like your breath from a week
There you
ago.
have it. Coffee breath for eight mornings. Yep.
Ew. We do not switch out your breaths.
Thanks for what?
Oh, gross. Goodbye, everyone. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Goodbye.